Hello everyone and welcome back to the Friday night previews. This Friday night racing heads to Moonee Valley for an absolute packed meeting there. Last week narrowly missed out on a profit, extremely rowdy, managed to get up in race 5 and hopefully someone had something on the Quinella because I tipped Trial by Press at 70-1 in for second in that particular race and they both ran 1-2. So hopefully someone got on, but hopefully we can get the winners again this week and be in profit. Moonee Valley Race 1 is a maiden over the 1200 metres and Jambalaya has landed on top for me. This horse looks to possess an abundance of early speed, judging off its two most recent Flemington jump outs where it's won both times very impressively, and with the rail out 7 tomorrow night at the Valley on speed, probably won't be no disadvantage. So I've got it on top. She's Bulletproof is also on debut. Charlotte Littlefield wouldn't be sending it to the Valley if it wasn't good, so I've got that in for second and Death Defying in for third, but Jambalaya on top for me in race 1. Race 2 is a benchmark 78 over the 3,800 metres, the first heat of the road to the Jericho, and I've got Bold Jackal on top here. This horse was good from the back at Echuca last start behind San Remo over 3,200 metres, looks to be crying out for the 3,800 metres, draws 6, only a 5-year-old, I think deserves to be one of the favourites because there's 3 at the moment. Ready by Design could run very well. This horse will just go to the front and might not be catched around the Valley Court, I should say, but we'll see how it goes. Morton's Fork and Thistler next best, but I'm with Bold Jackal in the second. Race 3 is again a benchmark 78 over the 3,800 metres, road to the Jericho, heat number 2, and Mr. Fabulous could just be better than all of these, was a dominant last start winner at Wagga in a 74 over 3,200 metres. Before that ran third behind Ethel Fled, who ran second in the VRC Oaks. Brilliant form, should take a power of beating, rode the bar in a clear second. This horse was good from the back at Mornington last start, draws 6, up in distance helps. Bare Arms and Guido next best in race number 3. Race 4 is a Fillies and Mares benchmark 64 over the 1,600 metres, and I'm with Royal Mule on top here. Never doubt Waterhouse Bot front runners at untried distances. This horse was the last start maiden winner at Kilmore over 1,462 metres, so goes up in distance, should roll to the front, and with the rail out 7 at the Valley should take some catching. I like it. By any other name in for second. This horse is also a last start maiden winner at Benalla. Gate 1 can sneak rails in run ground and should be right in the finish as well, and also in for second and third. Let Fly ahead of Lady Adelaide, but I like Royal Mule, 10 the win in race 4. Race number 5 is a Colts, Geldings and Entires benchmark 64 over the 1,600 metres, and I couldn't go past Mahrez. Don't know if the pattern on the night will suit it tomorrow night, but 2 starts ago it rolled to the front. If it rolls to the front again here, it'll take a power of beating. Blake Shin going on is a big plus. It's got to be right up there. Perovic in for second. This horse was a good winner last start of the Valley, albeit got its own way. I washed him for third and Torren over him for fourth, just because it likes rolling forward and the rails out at the Valley tomorrow night. Race 6 is a benchmark 70 over the 2,040 metres, and I've ended up with Kailash on top here. Blake Shin again. I just think this horse now, 5th up, is ready to win. Gets in with a bit of a lightweight, 57.5 kilos. Draws gate 4 for an economical run. I reckon it's one of the ones to beat, along with Donatrice. This horse seems to love Moonee Valley. It won here 3 back. Was good 2 back behind First Immortal at Caulfield. It's got to be considered. My Brother's Keeper and the Genius next best, but 9 the win on both Donatrice and Kailash in race number 6. Race number 7 is a benchmark 70 over the 955 metres, the 955 dash, and I think my best of the night comes up in this race, Little Miss QB. This horse was good, 2 lengths off Len Picker in the Alingi Stakes last start at Caulfield. Before that, was good in a benchmark 84. Big drop down in class from those 2 runs. Has to go up in weight, but Celine Gaudray claims 2. Draws gate 7, should be about midfield or so. Sitting off the hot speed and producing late. Cadboll and Raging Monkey just are speedsters and the rails out, which is why I put them in for second and third, but I really like Little Miss QB, 25 the win. Race 8 is a Fillies and Mares benchmark 70 over the 1,000 metres. I'm with A Little Deep here. This horse won first up off a year break at Moe very impressively by 2 1/4 lengths. Looks to be a very, very exciting horse. Draws gate 3, so can position itself a little bit closer in my opinion. Colleen Ethel claims the 1.5. I reckon it's the one to beat. In for second, under and over. This horse was a good winner last start at Ballarat, beating It's My Turn, who was my 4th pick, so it's got to be considered, but I like them too clearly, A Little Deep and under and over. Race 9 is a benchmark 64 over the 1200 metres, and I'm with Veloce Caro here. This horse, I think, stepping up to the 1200 metres really suits it. Just got too far back last start at Sale behind Ray Magnerio, who came out and won in the Flemington Cup Carnival. Draws gate 3, so I can settle in a handy position. Celine Gaudreau claims 2. It's a really good chance to finish the night. Miss Icelandic from the wide gate should spear forward and be hard to beat. Cobblestone Way and Bankroll, I think, are over the odds, but I'm with Veloce Caro to round out the night. 15 the win on it. Thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully I've tipped you into a few winners, and we'll do it all again for next Friday night.